everyone, it's Mr.T back from sunny Sosua. This time to talk about a serious topic. We've had all the shutdowns, but a lot of people don't know who exactly it affected. This time I'll be talking to the owner of Brgds, which is a business that's been in operation for 25 years. Here we go. Everyone, I'm here with Rick, the owner of Brgds in Sosua, and I've chosen not to jump on camera myself because I want to make sure you can see him and hear and understand everything he's got to say. Thank you, Rick, for being on camera.
You're very welcome, Mr.T.
Now, Rick, 25 years, that's a long time for a business to be in operation. How long you had it for?
I've owned it for 11 years.
And why is it shutting down?
This is high season, but this is worst. This is the worst high season I've ever seen. It's worse than the worst low season I've ever seen. It's terrible. I had 30 apartments in Rockies and I was always full.
What's it like now?
It's completely different. The town is completely different. It's nowhere near the same as what it was.
So in terms of occupancy here, what's it like?
Zero.
So would you say that's an effect of the shutdowns?
Absolutely. I was just about to say that I've been in contact with a lot of people who used to come down, stay with me in my apartments and here, contacting them, wondering what's going on, directly through emails. And they're telling me that, yeah, you know what, we're still going down, but we're going to Colombia now. There's no problem with the police or the girls in Colombia. They're tired of seeing the girls getting arrested here in the streets of Sosua.
Yeah, because I think for the last 8+ years we've had the current administration here. The police have made it a sport to chase the girls, and all the, can I call them the good girls that has jobs and came out here to find a boyfriend, they didn't want to run in flat heel shoes, and then we ended up just with a bunch of brave girls in flat heel shoes chased by police, and it was quite a gong show to watch.
It's terrible, man. It's terrible. Police, when they're around the corner, Pedro Casente and Dr. Rosen, we have the girls ducking in here. They come in here to avoid the police. It's terrible.
So who's instructing the police to behave like that?
You know, I wish I really knew the answer to that question. It's coming from somebody who's got some power. I don't know if it's coming from the local government or the national government, but I know that the town is not the same.
Well, I mean, let's be straight about it. For 50 years, this town's been built on mixed tourism of all kinds of people from all kinds of countries, of all kinds of dreams, you know, to live them out down here. And the people are used to supporting our crazy dreams. And now it seems like, to me, they want to segmentize that to a specific type of tourist. What's your comment on that?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of them, actually. I've seen what they've been trying to do, get the families down here. The last year, I've seen a lot of families walking around here. The problem with it is that they're all all-inclusive guests. And all-inclusive guests don't spend money in the bars and restaurants in town. Why would they?
Yeah, so this is taking a big toll on jobs and businesses turnover, isn't it?
I've got 7 people out of work coming up this Friday. You know, and I'm just a small player.
So when are you planning to shut down?
Well, Friday, January 31st will be our last open day. When we close the gates January 31st, that's it, we're done.
When you speak to other business owners around town, what's been the vibe with them?
There's quite a few. I know a lot of business owners in town, and a lot of them are in the same boat I'm in, saying the same things I'm saying. This town is a ghost town. Even the Dominicans are calling this town a ghost town. I
find the biggest comment I hear in the streets is people saying that they don't like that distance from the beach all the way down to where they've allowed the nightlife to still go on. So it's like the heart of the town's been ripped out. There's nothing to come up from the beach to. There's no vibe, there's no music, there's no action.
It's terrible. It's a ghost town.
What was it like at its best?
People, the streets were full of people. We were full everywhere. Every business was doing excellent. And now that those people aren't coming anymore.
So if these, especially single guys, which has been a large majority of the people coming down, if they stop coming or they go to Philippines, Thailand, Colombia, or Mexico or elsewhere, I mean, what's the low season going to look like this year?
Well, this town is not going to have very many open doors, I can tell you that.
The only people I kind of see around the streets now is the type of travelers I would probably see in Ibiza. Like you say, a lot of people from resorts, a lot of couples. But they tell us all how cold it is back in Europe or Canada or US. So once they go back to work and there's no single people coming down there, I mean, who's going to be here?
Well, that's just it. I'll be here. I live in Sosua. I ain't going anywhere.
Yeah.
But I'm just not going to do this anymore. I'm just done.
What would you say is going to happen if the elections roll the same way it did last time and we get the same leadership here? What's the prognosis for Sosua?
More of the same. Much more of the same.
And what's behind it? What sort of agenda do you think is behind them doing what I call financial suicide?
For us local business owners, it is financial suicide. But for the powers that be, with $400, $500 million worth of investment coming in here in new hotels, all-inclusive hotels, I'm sure somehow, some way, they're getting a piece of the action. Why else would they destroy this town? And that's what they're doing.
Now, Rick, there's a new district being built down near Unvi, where it's all happening right now. I hear a lot of people upset with what's happening around the existing situation there because of noise, etc. But do you think that new district could replace what's been in town?
Wow, that's a hell of a question. I know for many years, many people that live down there, bought apartments down there, invested in property down there, are not happy about what's going on down there. They did not expect what's happening now. They're telling me the traffic is awful at night, the motor conchos are vicious, and they just don't enjoy living in their property anymore. No, I would really like to thank my past clients who have always supported us here. I understand where they're coming from by not coming here anymore. You know, if I hadn't come here and invested here and grew a family here, I wouldn't be here. I would find another place to go too. But Sosua is my home.
Right.
And I'm not going anywhere. Unfortunately, Brgds is, but that's a side effect of what they've done here in this town.
Rick, thank you very much for being on camera, and I wish you all the best with your retirement. And I hear you've got a new family member, so congratulations with that.
Thank you very much, Mr.T.
Take care.
You too. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.